I'm just noticing here another article from September 22nd, 1978, about the Williamson Street Fair that Dan Yopak was hired to coordinate. And this was probably the last significant event that I can really remember, and I certainly have documentation of. I did a piece for the Press Connection newspaper. The newspapers went out on strike, and one of the reporters started this Press Connection. It was a long and bitter strike, and Press Connection kind of filled the gap, and I began to write for them. I covered this event, and I just want to say that it was another significant indicator that really Dan Yopak was the heart and soul of the Williamson Street art community for the 70s. I would say for the entire decade. He was the one chosen to head up this fair. There probably was never a second choice. He was obviously the person to choose. He knew what was going on. He had his fingers in a lot of different pies around the arts community, and so he was able to really coordinate things for that little celebration. And what he did was he created a mural on the side of one of the buildings on Williamson Street, and I remember that my friend David Bigness and I did a performance. And we actually wrote some lyrics to something that Dan had, a kind of a slogan that he had come up with about it was all about community. I can't remember the slogan now.
A seed called community.
What was it called?
A seed called.
A seed, yes, a seed called community, and the image on the mural that he did was of a figure with a seed.
That seed getting passed. Yep.
Sorry?
The seed was being passed from person to person.
Okay. There you go. Okay, that was it. Yeah, I think that that was sort of the culmination of things. I think beginning with the Artist Research Workshop, either in '74 or prior to that. I'm not sure when it began before I became involved, all the way up to 1978. We're talking 4 or 5 years here, and I know it did continue, beyond that for a while as well. That this is really the core of what was going on the east side.